Hello, everyone. Gonna do first looks here at the MLC and see what we have in store for week one. This is for our Thanksgiving month, November 2025 MLC, where we've got Dirty Dom coming back in as a showboat and new Rey Mysterio and Michelle McCool as Hall of Fame. First, we're gonna take a look into our armory and just see what's in there gear wise. I don't know if there'll be anything new this month yet, because with Zombie Month last month they didn't really have. Oh, we did have a couple new gears last month. We had Hornswoggle, so let's see if he's in here. There was another gear, and for Stephanie Vicker. So I don't see hers in here. And I don't see the new Hornswoggle gear. Now this is week one. I can't see them adding it later. It would be nice if it'd be in there. But we do have some good gears in here. We've got Jacob's gear in here. We've got Vader and a lot of Hall of Fame as usual. The Yeet gear, CM Punk gear. All these are very, very good gears. Okay, so nothing fancy there. We've got Macho gear in here. Which he is on the kickoff wall, I believe it is. He's been around the game for 3 or 4 years and is still an extremely, extremely strong card. Very strong card. Especially if you got that moment with Hall of Fame Lex a couple MLC ago. Armory Loot, we've got Haku in here, who is, if you have not used Haku, he's fantastic. All these cards up here are just fantastic. This is where it drops off. LA Knight, Solo, I'm not sold on Solo. Never was. He was good for about his MLC, and that was it. Jacob's still very good if you don't have. Sherry's in here. That's good. Hall of Fame Ron, still good. DDP, still good. Numero Uno, still good. A lot of good opportunities in this armory loot. And moment-wise, we've got the Dominic Mysterio custody match. That's funny. Still a couple that I don't have. I think I'm missing the Dudley Boys. And the Vader. This would be huge for me, the Vader one. And also the Wyatt Six moment with American Made. Outside of that, I pretty much got the rest of these. But still, if you don't, you've got this token here, which is actually a pretty good moment. It's good for Hogan and it's good for Haku. Let's see who else. Got the Hell in a Cell moment. This is actually a really good moment. Okay, so that's got some good 6-star pulls, and then the plates one, if you're missing some or needing some tier 6 medals, this is where your focus would be. The plates are okay if you somehow get lucky enough to get one, and then you'd have to be even luckier to get one of these rainbow. That would be the only hits out of there. Other than that, a lot of these other ones are meh. I've got enough Unbreakable Crowns that I don't think I ever need to pull another one. I will, but I don't need to. X breaks are okay. The Haku plate's actually pretty good, and so is the Ring Royalty. Ring Royalty is actually surprisingly really good, especially for Titan. Punk's gauntlets and a Frankie plate would be great. Timeless plate. I actually like the timeless plate on the new Zombie Naomi. It's surprisingly good. Green Piper. So that doesn't look like it's changed much. Let's move on to the stores. I do not have access to the 50% wall, but I have seen it. This month it is not really necessarily worth getting unless you're just a few shards short for Axe. Other than that, it's just kind of meh. Let's see. Kickoff. The kickoff is really loaded up. This is where I said they had that Hall of Fame Savage, and you even got Vader up in here. Vader's, both of those 6-star silver. Viscera. Viscera is really, truly fantastic card. All these take a little bit to get the most out of, but every last one of these cards, from Vader all the way down to Yeet, are just overly strong. They're very, very strong. It's safe to say some of the best in their class. Asuka's got Mommy to compete with, and you've got a few other, the Showboat, Michelle McCool, and Becky, but she's still fairly close to them. She's a 100 mil character, easy. Ilya is still one of the best techs in the game. You could 2-click for 250 million with him if you've got the Green Piper plate. Yeet really needs his gear and a strap. That's about it. El Grande Americano, he's good. He's actually very good. But at 6,300 shields, I'd be looking elsewhere. If you don't have Viscera, I'd take Viscera over him. And that's not to say that he's not good. I think his currency is going to be a lot more available than a Viscera. And same thing, Randy Savage. That's a tough one. Randy needs a lot to hit. He really does. You need the moment. You need the gears. You could get away with one gear if you have Leo. He will, with Leo in the moment, he will still hit huge. But if you drop one of them, you need both gears at that point. And both gears for him are actually fairly hard to get. They've always been at a spin level and a little bit harder to consume. So just something to keep in mind with that. Vader's a little bit easier. He uses a Bulldog's Bracer, and you could use a Rainbow Reinforce or a Red Reinforce. That's really what he needs. Outside of that, trainer-wise, Mosh, it works good if you got 17k Santa. If you have Howdy, you could drop the 17k Santa and run Howdy with Zombie Bailey, and then whoever is 2 red and 2 multi, I think it's Striker Andre on the front end. But Vader's very, very strong. A shocker on here is Revenge Tour Live. If you've got a Maze Crown and we're going to say Rainbow Snowfall plate, she will 2-click for 175 million. If you 3-clicker, is it 4-clicker, it's like almost 300 million. She went from being at first very underwhelming to now she's really good with the addition of the Snowfall plate to the game. Now, you could also take a green Snowfall plate and pair that along with the Maze Crown and still do some really good damage as well. I feel that's a big win, having her 6-star bronze at 2,600. I think that's going to be easily obtainable for many. at a I don't even know if you would need faction spend at that level. She's a great card. Big Papa Pump is probably going to be your best out of this bottom row. He's still slightly relevant, nothing crazy. He kind of falls into the trainer mode at this point. Sammy Bloodline, uh, he can still do damage. It's not great. It's very clicky. The same thing with Umaga. It's you have better tricksters. You have better ruthless aggression tricksters because we all have Ozzy. Plate wise, you're getting there with faction spend. Any of these rainbow plates are going to be good to get, whether it's the cross break or the explosion. The explosion has fewer people that it's going to be good on, but it's still a 500% plate, so it still has value. I know many people got Zombie CM Punk this past event. A very good spot for him to receive this, and if you have the Acro CM Punk, same spot. The PG era guy. Crossbreak, man, you just start naming anybody that does crossbreak, and this plate's phenomenal on them. Whether it's the new Showboat Becky down to the old Striker Bradshaw is phenomenal with this plate. This plate makes, who was it? Sonya. Sonya was always just okay when she first came out, to now with this plate, she's a menace. She can absolutely destroy. Kofi's World and Dirty Deeds, I think, are a waste of currency. If you're looking at those, I mean, I guess they're better than nothing, but I'm sorry, I'm not sold on move damage. And the Dirty Deeds plate, there hasn't been a good home for it yet outside of Hall of Fame Ron, and it's just okay on him. Frankie the Parrot, very good plate. The Enigma is a very good plate. I would completely skip over the botch plate and the yellow barbers. They're not going to do enough to justify using prize wall currency for 1,700. Let's see what else you could get instead of that. Not much else. You could get a LA Knight, yeah, which, sure, why not? Still, he'll at least fulfill a CSS role, whereas they won't. These plates, they're not going to be a go-to plate for anything with the Botchmen and the Barbers for this. The Enigma, very good plate. So that's that wall. We're going to go into our monthly. And if you're missing Kevin Owens, there's some Kevin Owens shards. What sucks is that it's a one-time thing. But it's not going to cost you a whole lot for that one time. But if it gets you Kevin Owens, it gets you Kevin Owens. Same thing with Rock Nation and Domination. These are all one-time offers. Not bad on the pricing. They all have their uses, but it's one of those, if they get you the character, great. If not, then you're going to stick to your normal of getting your props. And this one is the one that I get at the end of every MLC, because it keeps my TP loaded up with ×4. I buy every last one of these and all the props. Whatever's left, spend wherever. But none of these are going to be game breakers. If, let's say, the Smash month, you came up just short, by all means, grab that 500 to get him. He's usable in this meta. Black is good at Titans, and I say that loosely. If you have a yellow Rumble plate, he's good at Titans. Outside of that, he's pretty shit. They dropped the ball on him. It's kind of like Zombie Braun Breaker. It was just very underwhelming. Mercy's still very good. Mercy's shards are actually going to be... I don't think I could pull up the daily until it's time. Mercy is going to be on the once a week where you're going to get shards for him. And I think it's Rabbit for this MLC for the daily claims. I forget. There used to be a spot up here, and I don't remember where it was, where you could see what's coming daily. Anyways. So, what else do we have? I know I missed one. Oh, so you have this, if you're going to use your armory tokens to save up for an item. There's a few things in here. The gear for her is phenomenal. With the 4 starting MP, she is a menace if you have this gear and the moment. Just fantastic card. I really enjoy using her, and I've got the gear and the moment. She's great. Drew, let's be honest, you're going to spend about $150 to get this gear. Maybe more. That's a high spending price. This spot, it's a 5-week MLC. You might get there with a $20 spend, or if you have DX Sean and KOK Triple H, you might get there. Things to keep in mind, I don't spend mine till the end. I'm also not needing anything today in the loot, but if, say, you're struggling for Fury 3s, then that needs to be your focus. These gears will come later if you're struggling for that. Outside of that, the shards are not bad. 500's big chunks. If that gets you there, definitely save up till the end for those. These posters down here, Brutus became relevant again with the new plate last month. The new Bliss plate, if you got that, there's probably better home for that, but he's still relevant. He's still very good. Macho Man Bray, I don't use. Mine's still actually at 6-star silver. He's just slow, and he's good, but it's just okay. I wouldn't recommend using that. This is a spend level. And if you don't have them yet, then I would continue to wait over spending about $100 to get them. And you'll have to wait the entire MLC and, have to do well in the events and all that in order to get there. Seth Freakin, I would not go that high on him. There are better showboats. He's good, but he's a character. You got Vader on the other wall. Vader's better. Seth is good. He needs everything. Every moment available to him. Your plates are going to be... You can do a Red Rumble or the reinforced plates. But I wouldn't go out of my way to get that. He'll just sit on your roster more than likely. I think the real wins are going to come with the next couple cards. The Devon card, I've been told he's fairly rare. I ended up lucking out in his showdown weekend and getting him, but I've been told since then he's been very rare. He's good with a lot of things as well. He needs his moments. He needs Howdy. He needs Tech Rock, the Gauntlet Plate. And outside of that, I think you'd be all right with Zombie Brett instead of Leo. But he does need a lot. The next row down, Acro Sammy is terrible. You could put a snowfall plate on him if you wanted to waste one, and get some damage out of him. But outside of that, he's truly terrible. He's one that I've never used since I got him, besides for CSS. I don't enjoy using him. Julius Creed's one of the better techs in the game. He does need things to be there. It's when he came out, there was he was fantastic, but it's the game has shifted a lot since his release. If you've got It's a Trap plate and the Thomas Crest, then he's still easy to click for 115 million, maybe a little bit more. I can't recall the exact number, but still very good with that combination. Outside of that, he's going to be okay for you. Mercy might be a little bit better without the It's a Trap plate. He'll definitely scale a little bit more, but both of them good options if you're missing one of those and at that price tag. Next up is going to be Naya. Naya is very good. It's a little bit pricier, and you're kind of getting into that spin territory. Maybe not outside of Shawn and Triple H, but even Shawn and Triple H puts you at a $30 spend. Then we get down to the reinforcements, or I'm sorry, the plates. Red reinforcement, good for Seth, good for Vader, good for Showboat KO. The rest of this is a waste. You're not going to want any of that. These straps are way overpriced for what you're getting, and they're random. So it's at that price tag, you don't want random, you want guaranteed. Blasting Off is probably the one useless anniversary plate that I've come across. I've got one, and I use it on Powerhouse Cody. Not the zombie one. The Story Continues. It's useful there. Outside of that, there's just better spots, and to be honest, the old Titan plate, there it is. Titan plate is going to be your equivalent, and it does just as much damage on everybody. And I've got two of these, actually. I tried one on Lex just to see if it would work. It didn't. And then the other one's floating on my Cody right now. It's on the zombie one since Zombie Month was last month. But to be honest, if you've got, I've got 4 unused of these Titans. They are just as good as that plate. You're not going to miss that plate. Other than that, guys, that's it for this month's as far as the stores go. That's what we're able to see on day 1. I hope that this is kind of gives you an idea. Helps to form a game plan for you, giving you an idea of what you should aim for. Keep in mind that this wall will go down Friday at reset. So Friday at reset, don't be waiting until the last minute and go, where is it? It will go down at reset Friday, and you will not be able to get anything off of it. Now, you'll still have all your shields left over to do your regular monthly, but if your goal was to get something out of this one, Friday at reset, put a timer on your phone, whatever the case may be. I really think this is going to be a free-to-play spot right here. I think your 5K and above are going to be your spend level. But if you're able to get Liv, get Liv. She is good. Even if you've just got the Maze Crown, it's a starting point, and you just work from there. She's got a couple builds outside of, the 2 that I had mentioned earlier that are still applicable. She's still going to be one of your better. Let's see. I haven't looked at Hall of Fame McCool yet, but as far as Lady Tech goes, Charlotte needs the Green Piper to be relevant. You got Liv and Jacqueline. After that, it just kind of falls off. Asuka, you could do some stuff with the Judgment Day plate, but She's only going to be in the 50-ish million range. Nothing to really write home about. Let's see, Lady Tech. Outside of that, it's going to be a struggle. Jacqueline, I think, is going to be it. Mae Young, I don't think May survived. I haven't, you could see I didn't bring her up. I just used Charlotte, but May, this does green gem damage by 112. Same thing, green Piper plate, and you're better off using Charlotte. May might be a hair faster than Charlotte with the green Piper, but what I like to do with mine is I share mine. So Charlotte has it, and then Ilya has it. So whenever male tech, it just goes back and forth between them two. And I can also use it on Liv, which is why I have that May Crown there. So that's one of the things I love about having a plate like that, where I'd rather have it on them three than to have it on May. May's just, she was good for her MLC, but past that, you're not going to use her. Jacqueline might be the only other one. Yep. So if you're missing any of these, I think at this point we all have Tech Charlotte. I might be wrong with that. But outside of Tech Charlotte, Jacqueline and Liv are going to be your best options for female techs. That's saying McCool is hopefully good. I haven't really looked at her yet too much. Liv's going to be better than Molly. Molly was good for her MLC, and then everything changed when they bumped up the health and feud. So she has been, she's okay. But that's going to be about it. Mine's only hype 3 because that's what I ended up just pulling for her. It wasn't a wild card hype pull. This was just my luck with RNG. And just real quick before, I'm curious. So we've got in our mega rare Kofi. Ugh. Why is he up there? Kofi's terrible. I stand by that. Axe is really good. In your rare, you've got, oh god, these are so bad. Some of these, we don't need that in there. That's just a wasted spot. All this shit is just a wasted spot. You got some good with Naya. I have not had any luck with these females in here. I keep getting, well, I'm not even getting, and most of what I'm getting is probably way down here. You keep going. Here in the common, this is what 90% of us are getting. Useless shit that should not be in here. But yeah, we can't get zombies until Spring Outbreak in October. It's ridiculous. But this is going to change each month as far as rarity goes. But you could still see 5,250. It doesn't get much better than that. It's just, this method is still remaining to be shit. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. 5 to 50 in mega rare. That's shit. I'm sorry. Scopely, do better. This is shit. Outside of that, guys, if y'all have any questions about this, I am not a direct representative of Scopely by any means. Here I am calling their stuff shit on a live stream. Not a live stream, a recorded stream. But it's... I can do my best to find out an answer for you. We've yet to get any new information about Feud because they are supposed to be changing that dynamic. I haven't seen anything yet. Once Feud weekend comes, I'll sit back and actually record something, try to put something together for you guys. Other than that, I hope y'all have a good kickoff, and let's get this MLC rolling.